All right. Everybody knows that I moved my family here last year in November to Simpsonville, South Carolina. And arriving here, I guess I was just so caught up in the move and didn't realize, taking care of one of the most important things was very important at the time, not understanding what the future would foresee. But when I got here, by the time I got to DMV to get my license from South Carolina, the license in Michigan had expired. And I was like, I'll just go in with some paperwork and have everything I need to prove. I lived in Michigan, I don't live in Simpsonville. Here's my social security number, here's my old driver's license, And here was the fault. This was the problem though. The problem is that they wanted a birth certificate or a passport, and I had neither. Well, I have a birth certificate, but it has the name Jeffrey Jackson on it. Because when my mom had me when I was a child, she was still married. She was legally married to my brother's dad, and somebody had, I guess, snitched on her. And when it went to the state of Michigan, and my name was Jeffrey Michael Jackson. And all those years growing up, I was Jeffrey Michael Goss because we used the hospital record from Toll-Free Memorial Hospital in West Branch. And even when I got to All-Star Baseball, we found out we would need to possibly make something happen, but they allowed me to use that record. But I remember that, and I never really thought about it again. I went in the Marine Corps, my social, my driver's license, my IDs, and all those years I get to South Carolina and I need a birth certificate with Jeffrey Michael Goss on it. So the last few months, in the midst of this changeover, this getting used to a new location, I have absolutely had to endure some time going through a process that I wouldn't tell anyone to go through. And that is, I had to wait 6 months of living in South Carolina before I could even apply for a name change that would lead to my driver's license. Well, it is now September the 7th, and it's 2023. We're coming up on almost a year later, and I am happy to report that I went through the process and I have it. That is a South Carolina driver's license. I am ecstatic. I have felt so lonely and empty without this thing. I mean, the fact that you can't really be in South Carolina when you live here. I'm trying to pull off big things here. And one of the big things I need to pull off is getting a job and getting back into what I do, probably selling cars or maybe going into security. But without a driver's license from South Carolina, you can't do anything. And that is why I'm so ecstatic today. So I explained to you the name change. If any of you out there don't know that happened to me in my life, and God forbid, I just hope nobody ever has to go through that. I guess some people do, but you know what? I'm really excited to have my driver's license. I'm really excited to move forward and get a job and to be legit in South Carolina. And in the midst of all this, with a license that was expired, I want to say thank you to the police officers. I did have a couple times I was pulled over, and one was a fender bender, and they gave me warnings, and they understood my process. They understand how long it takes. When I said the word name change, the statement of name change, they were like really cool. So I didn't have any fines. I didn't go to court. I didn't get arrested. I made it through with my Michigan license. But I've given up my Michigan license today. I have a South Carolina license, and I am really excited to report this. And it is a great day. It's awesome. The opening day of the NFL, and the Detroit Lions take on the Kansas City Chiefs tonight. And I can't be more excited. Go Lions, let's get a win. All right, this is a story of the name change and solidifying a driver's license in South Carolina. God bless y'all.